If you have watched any of my videos before, you know that I create a lot of content that educates you on how to buy or sell a home. And most of my content tells you those how-tos, things that you need to do to be successful in that home buying purchase. Today, I wanted to change things up a little bit and talk about some things you shouldn't do. So if you're thinking about buying a home, whether it be this year or just in the future, here are some things that you should not do in order to be a good qualified buyer when you're ready to buy a home. Hi, my name is Deanna Bradford. I'm a realtor with Reese Nichols Realtors, Excelsior Springs, part of the Bill Hightower team. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, don't co-sign for anyone for anything. This can be dangerous because when you co-sign for somebody, if they become unwilling or unable to make their payments, that payment history is not only going to reflect on their credit, but also on yours as well. Not to mention the fact that if they are unable to continue to pay for that debt, you might become financially obligated to pay that debt. It could become an added expense that you weren't expecting to take on. Another reason is the debt that you have signed for now becomes your debt. And so when you're going to qualify for a loan, when they look at a picture of the entire amount of debt that you have, they have to count that as yours as well. Not just the things you pay on, but anything that your name is assigned to. Another thing to try to avoid doing is opening new lines of credit. Now, in theory, that sounds like it would be a good idea. However, it can actually do more harm than good. Opening new lines of credit can change your debt to income ratio. So each time you open a new line of credit, it actually alters your debt to income ratio. That debt to income ratio is what lenders look at when they're looking to see if you qualify for a mortgage or even just what type of loan is going to be the best loan for you with the best terms. And that debt to income ratio, when you open those new lines of credit and it alters it, can prevent you from qualifying for the best terms possible on a loan package. Another thing to do your best to avoid is missing payments or late payments on other things that you're paying on currently. So things like any credit cards that you might have or any loans that you already have, like an automobile loan, for example, or rent. Make sure you are doing the best you can to pay those on time so that it doesn't affect your credit, because it's going to lower your credit score and it's going to show on there the payment history. And that's something that they're looking at when they're trying to qualify you for a loan. They want to see a really good payment history, that you pay your bills and that you pay them on time. So make sure you're doing the best you can to make your payments on time now on things that you are currently paying on. So when it comes time to get pre-qualified and they take a look at your credit history, your payment history, everything is looking good to them and it helps you be better qualified as a home buyer. This next one may come as a surprise because you would think it would actually help you, but avoid large sums of money being deposited into your account all at once. That can complicate things, that can raise red flags to a lender and cause a little bit of a hassle when you're trying to qualify for a loan. So if you have to put money into your account and they are large sums, they just need to be able to trace where they came from. So for example, did you sell a car and you got a lump sum of cash from the person who bought it off of you? Then you need to have some documentation that shows where it came from. Or if you're moving money from one account to another, just being able to show the statements, just something, a documentation of those funds should help. And also just consider the timing of when you deposit that. If it's going to be aged in your account for say 6 months or more, it may not be an issue. But if it's recent and you're going to apply for a loan, and that was recently done, then that could cause problems on your loan. So just be aware, any large deposits of cash that you have to make sure that you can show documentation of where that money came from. Otherwise, try to avoid putting that in your account and just causing a whole hang up of your loan process. And finally, avoid overdrafts on your bank accounts. This is another red flags to those mortgage lenders. They are, again, they're looking at your total financial picture. And when they see those overdrafts, it's a red flag to them that you as an applicant are careless with your finances, which is something that they want to avoid altogether. So it could affect you in even being qualified for the loan. So if that is something you struggle with, consider having an emergency fund so that when you have those times when funds are low and you need extra cash quickly, you can draw from that emergency fund and avoid those overdrafts altogether. I hope you found this information helpful. I know some of them were probably not a surprise, and some of them may have been new to you. So I hope that you liked this video and that it was helpful. And I'd like to hear your thoughts. So please leave me a comment below. I love to hear from you. And if you like this information, make sure you don't miss information as we put it out every week. So make sure you subscribe and like this video so I know you like this kind of content, and hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified every week when we put out new videos. Thanks for watching again this week, and have a blessed day.